morning, everyone. Hopefully we are live and on. It's the first time I've ever reset the show, but I feel like it's important to have you as part of the show, and hopefully we are actually live this time. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. So all my software and Facebook's been going so well for so long, and then 4 days ago, it just stopped working. Did lots of tests yesterday. So hopefully you're seeing this live. If you're not, then definitely catch it on the replay. But don't give up on the show, please. I promise you, I'm gonna get this worked out, and we're gonna figure it out together. So with that, let's go ahead and have a show, whether you're catching it live or you're catching it on replay. But happy Friday. It is Casual Friday, and if you're out there and you're on with me, so happy to see you, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the show. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, all. I'm going to even say good morning just because I'm seeing people finally. So, there you go. So it took a restart. So thank you to Chris Anderson. The Anderson Report sent me a really quick message this morning, said I wasn't live, but it looks like we are on with just a redo. So thank you for that. So let's get going on a Casual Friday. Apologize for the first run through there, but hopefully you guys are on now. So let's have a live look outside. So here's what's going on outside. That's a live look outside the studio right now. Hopefully you're getting a beautiful view like this. And again, if you're online live right now, shoot me a hello, shoot me a good morning. Just let me know that you are alive out there on this broadcast. I promise you we'll get over all that at some point. Come on, Facebook. All right. Hey, what's going on? Since it's Casual Friday, let's talk about fun things that are going on. First fun thing is, hey, check this out. This is a fun shirt. Check that out. Thank you so much to one of my friends who knows me so well. I am not a hugger. It is true. Okay, so other than that, DJ party tonight. We all know about DJ Dan and the Gen X event tonight. Can't wait to check it out. Hopefully y'all are seeing it. I think comments are not coming through again for some reason, but again, we're doing our best. Thank you for telling me. That does help me a lot. Okay, so what else is going? Let's check this here really quick. Okay, so breaking news. We always don't get breaking news, but we did have some yesterday. We did have a little bit today. That remember I told you all about the water outage yesterday at SayPal 38. Well, they put out this today. So this note came out about an hour and a half ago, really. But what it says is, thanks to the great work and commitment of our operations staff, we have successfully repaired the pumping equipment at well 38, which was affected by a power outage. We are currently in the process of restoring water levels, so service will begin to normalize gradually throughout the morning. Some neighborhoods are already seeing their supply restored at this time. Thank you, SayPal, for putting that out. That's awesome. So if you were affected by the water, definitely, chime in, let me know. But hopefully this morning you've got water and things are going well for you. Okay, with that, let's do our first coffee cam of the day. And cheers is already up and rolling. Boom, love that. So happy to see that you all have water now. That's great. So continuing on with the news, let's jump right into medical costs. This is one that comes up a lot. I saw a story just 3 or 4 days ago indicating that someone had a big surprise and they were checking out of the hospital. And, I don't think that's that uncommon of a story, unfortunately. It's disappointing. But good to hear, thank you. Hey, it's got a bunch of notes that said everybody's online. So that's great. Good to hear that. Okay. So medical costs moving up. So staying healthy in our area and really across Mexico is getting more expensive. And I'll tell you a little bit of personal information about that as well. But if you looked at your insurance renewal lately, you probably saw the proof. So across Mexico, medical inflation is currently hitting about 15%, nearly triple the general inflation rate. And a big part of this perfect storm is this new 2026 tax reform that changed how insurance companies are handling EVA, which is the value added tax. Now, I can say I personally ran into that when our provider sent us the new quote, and she proactively told us, hey, by the way, with this EVA situation, that's going to increase your policy. And then she came up with a couple of different policies for us, which are great. So the net is they can no longer credit the tax they pay to hospitals, making it a final cost, and then it gets passed directly to us. And because of this, combined with the rising price of specialized biological drugs, imported medical tech. Premiums are jumping anywhere from 20 to 40% this year. I had a gulp on that one. Some experts are even estimate that Mexico is the highest medical cost inflation globally right now. Not sure. That's not substantiated. I haven't looked that up, but that's super interesting. So just a reminder, like, listen, I'm not a medical expert. I'm not an insurance expert, but I am providing tips I personally found online from my own experience here. And that experience honestly got really real for Laura and I. She had a surgery a year or two ago now, and we ended up, getting to the desk at the end. There were some issues with the bill, but in our case, we made sure ahead of time, and luckily the doctor was open for that she would meet us at the checkout, review that bill with us, and she found it a couple double charges and a couple items we didn't use. I don't know, it was probably a mistake on the hospital's part, but the good news was she was there. She spotted it right away. And so, no surprises on the bill, which was good, especially that she began, that she helped us look through it. So if you find yourself in that similar spot and you feel like these poor people, checking out, thank you, AI. We don't use AI for the stories, but we definitely use them for photos because it's kind of funny sometimes, even though this isn't a funny situation. So just remember that you have legal rights under NOM 027 that hospitals are required to give you a clear, itemized breakdown of every aspirin and gauze pad, and they can't just give you a total, expect your credit card. It's also important to know that it's strictly illegal for a hospital to withhold your passport or detain you over a bill. If you run into that action or pricing, you can reach out to Profeco, our consumer protection agency, and CONAMED for medical quality disputes. They are the agencies that actually help step in and help. So the biggest lesson that Laura and I learned, as I just mentioned, is have what I would call your billing wingman, or in this case, wing woman. So when it comes out and check out, have your doctor there on site to, go ahead and look through there and dispute it and just avoid that stress and surprises. So a couple ways to do that. Always ask for the package price for planned procedures. It's usually much cheaper than being billed a la carte. And I also highly recommend asking for a daily itemized summary of your charges if you're spending time in the hospital, as opposed to the big whoops, we're checking out. That's a big surprise. And don't be afraid to price shop. For example, you can often get blood work in independent local labs for like 30-40% less than what the hospital charges. So be your own advocate. And of course, if you're in the midst of an emergency, well, all bets are off. Just make sure you take care of yourself. Don't necessarily, dispute those. Just get what you need, and don't end up like these poor people on my second screen with the big surprise. She looks content, but maybe she stole a lot of it. I don't know. Let's have a coffee cam to that. So here's tonight getting ripped off at the hospital. Boop. All right. So next story I'm titling, because it's Casual Friday, is say hello to 11 tons of coke, my friend. That's my worst possible Scarface accent I can do this morning. But, hey, it's an update. Even though it's Casual Friday, we can casually talk about cocaine seizures. So this was an update in the news I saw this morning that I found super interesting. The Mexican Navy has set a blistering pace for 2026, officially announcing the seizure of over 11 tons of cocaine in just the first few months of the year. These high-stakes interceptions are part of a coordinated cat-and-mouse game played out in the deep waters of both the Pacific and the Caribbean, using a sophisticated network of satellite tracking, long-range aircraft, and high-speed naval interceptors. Authorities have been able to catch lots of these go-fast boats and semi-submersibles before they can reach their destination. That's a lot of narcotics that make even Tony Montana's jaw drop based on that. So, hey, here's to the Navy taking care of that out there with their fast boats, taking care of the cocaine out there and keeping it off our shores, out of the USA and out of the world. Thank you. Boop. All right. Moving on, since it's Casual Friday, let's talk a little bit about something free and wonderful. Saw this morning. So if you're looking for something to do, let me tell you about an open air ballet that's going to take on the Malecon, or be at the Malecon, not really taking it on Sunday night. So if you're looking for something to do Sunday that won't cost you a peso, head down to Los Arcos at the Malecon at 8 p.m. as the Municipal Ballet Zitula, Xiutla. That's a really hard one. Zitula. I'm open for any suggestions you guys have on the pronunciation of that. I'll take it. But that's a tricky one. So they're going to have their presentation Sunday at 8 p.m. and it's going to be outdoors. It's going to be free. Banderas Bay is the backdrop. It's just one of those things that's easy to take for granted if you live here, but definitely worth making a point to catch if you can. The company performs every Sunday night throughout the season, and with the Semana Santa crowds finally beginning to thin out this weekend, might be a great time to get out there, get on the steps, and not have to fight half of Guadalajara for it. So that's nice. So here's a couple bullet points on that. It's going to start at 8 p.m. It usually lasts about an hour to 2 hours. It's at the Los Arcos Malecon open air. It's free of charge. And like I said, every Sunday, usually November through May, according to their website. So once again, here's a shot of them out there doing that. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed your Casual Friday. Once again, I am trying to work out this technical glitches. I think I've gotten about 7 messages during the show. My apologies. I am trying to figure it out. I promise you, don't give up on this show. I'm going to get this thing figured out, and we're going to be able to interact and have you be part of the show. So I hope you're out there seeing it. And with that, the main important thing is be sure to hang in there just for 30 to 45 seconds more to check out my amazing sponsors. Without them, I wouldn't be able to solve these technical problems. I promise you I'm going to get through them. So let's go. Have an amazing weekend. Thank you for joining. And let's take it out with the sponsors. Have a great day.